Welcome to our third video in our series of videos on mean, median, mode, and range. This video is going to focus on mode. This might be a brand new word for you, so let's talk about the definition. The definition of mode is it's the number that occurs most frequently in a data set. So when we talk about terms that we remember when we talk about mode, we think about measure of center and also the most often, not the highest number, but the most often. Also, unlike median and mean, you can have one mode, no mode, or more than one mode. For median and mean, there's only one median and one mean. But with mode, we can have one mode, no mode, or more than one mode. So the procedure for finding mode is put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Then we're going to find the number or numbers that occur the most often. So like I said, it can have more than one mode, no mode, or only one mode. So let's look at the example of James's naps. This is the original example when there are only 7 data points. So like I said, in order to find mode, first we're going to put the numbers in the data set in order from least to greatest. So that looks like this. Then we're going to find the number that occurs most often. All of the numbers in this data set occur only once except for 110. So in this case, because all of the numbers occur only once and 110 occurs twice, then our mode is 110. So at this point, it'd be a good idea for you to pause the video to get caught up on your notes, filling out the notes in the notes document that was assigned to you. Now you might be wondering, can there be more than one mode? And like I said before, there can. So let's look at the example when Mrs. Saul waited one more day and we added this extra data point over here, Monday with 95-minute nap. So again, to find the mode, it's the same procedure. We're going to put the numbers in the data set in order from least to greatest. And that looks like this. Then we're going to find the number or numbers that occur the most often. So you might be thinking, all of those numbers occur more than once except for 2 of them. So how do I find the mode? Well, because 95 and 110 both occur twice and the other numbers only show up once, we call this having more than one mode, which means the modes are 95 and 110. You don't have to find the mean of those 2 numbers. You don't have to subtract them or add them or divide them. We just say that we have 2 modes now. So the modes for this data are 95 and 110. Now we have to be careful when we're finding mode because it is possible for a data set to have no mode. So I made up a random set of data. These numbers don't mean anything, but let's just pretend this is our data. Each number only occurs once. There isn't a single number that occurs more than once. So this is a time when we would have no mode. Since none of the numbers occur more than once, there is no mode. So if all of your numbers in your data set only appear once, there's no mode. It's easiest to figure that out, again, to put them in order from least to greatest. So you should always do that. And you'll notice these numbers are in order from least to greatest. Because they all only occur once, there's no mode. Also, just because a number occurs more than once, it is not automatically a mode. For example, here's another set of data that I made up, totally random, but you'll see I have 3 12s and 2 19s, and everything else occurs only once. So 12 occurs more than once, 19 occurs more than once. However, 12 occurs more frequently than 19. There are 3 12s and only 2 19s. So because there are 3 12s and only 2 19s, the mode is 12. The mode is not 12 and 19 just because 19 occurs more than once. What we're looking for is which one occurs the most often, and because 12 has 3 times and 19 there's only 2 times, 12 is our only mode. So take this time to make sure that you have all of your notes filled out up until now, and the next video is going to be about range, which is a little bit more simple than the first 3 that we did.